Yo, what's up, peeps? This is Shelvon with Gaming and Culture Television. Today, we're going to talk about the studio that brought us Concord has been shut down. So there's an article on Variety and that Park Place. So let's check it out. All right. All right. So per Variety, PlayStation closes Firewalk Studios after shutting down Concord, the video game. All right, so I'm gonna read a little bit off of this. I'm gonna go over to that Park Place and read what they have to say about that as well. Sony Interactive Entertainment has closed Firewalk Studios following the sunsetting of its live service game Concord in September. So to all those people who thought that PlayStation was going to bring it back as a free-to-play game, this apparently means no. No, none of this is easy news to hear, particularly with colleagues and friends departing the SIE. PlayStation CEO of the studio business group, Herman Holst, said in a memo to staff on Tuesday, both decisions were given serious thought and ultimately we feel that they are the right ones to strengthen the organization. Neon Koi and Firewalk were home to many talented individuals and we will work to find placement for some of those impacted within our global community of studios where possible. From what I can understand, this studio was created purposely to make this game, if I'm not mistaken. So they opened it to make this game. Somebody liked it that much that they decided to make a studio around it, and then they closed it, which sucks, especially like nowadays. And being laid off sucks in general, but we're starting to head into Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that stuff. All right, while PlayStation took Concord offline September 6th, the company that indicated possibility that Firewalk produced a game that will return in some form in the future. Host said Tuesday certain aspects of Concord were exceptional, but others did not land with enough players, and as a result, we took the game offline. Meaning, and I'm gonna switch over to that Park Place, meaning that the characters were unappealing. You kind of need that. I hope we're at the point where people realize that you need to make your characters appealing so that people will want to play as them, and with these characters they need to have an appealing backstory. They need to have an appealing story in general to like a world that you've created so that people want to continue playing it. And given what the low number of people that actually played this game, Concord was not it. So let's see what else they have to say. Okay. All right. So let's read that. In the post, Sony EOs, part of our ongoing efforts to strengthen the business, we have made a difficult decision relating to two of our studios, Neon Koi and Firewalk Studios. Speaking specifically to Firewalk Studios, he said regarding Firewalk, as announced in early September, certain aspects of Concord were exceptional, but others did not land with enough players, and as a result, we took the game offline. We have spent considerable amount of time these past few months exploring all our options. After much thought, we have determined that the best path forward is to permanently sunset the game and close the studio. I want to thank all of Firewalk for their craftsmanship, creative spirit, and dedication. That is very nice way to say that you guys are fired. He added that PvP, first-person shooter genre, is competitive space that is continuously evolving, and unfortunately, we did not hit our targets with this title. We will take the lessons learned from Concord and continue to advance our live service capabilities to deliver future growth in this area. What they should learn that there is only one Fortnite, and anything that is remotely even close to that is probably Call of Duty or something like that. PUBG, like this. So this particular space can only probably handle so many of these types of games. And if you're going to create something, you need to know your customer base and create something that they want. And this was not it. So look at this, man. So you got a chubby, I don't know what he is. I don't know, just none of these characters are appealing. And I remember when I watched the trailer, the men in the trailer had no shirts on, big like muscles and all this other stuff. All the women except for this dude, except for that guy. him. He's only like one of the few males in this game that had actual clothes on. All the women were from head all the way down to their feet covered in coats and jackets, and they looked like they were wearing burqas. I don't know who this game was designed for. And it came out around a time of Stellar Blade. So Stellar Blade has a hot Asian chick in it. So it's not that surprising which game sold and which game did not. Right? I know none of this is easy news to hear, particularly with colleagues and friends departing SIE. Both decisions were given serious thought, and ultimately we feel that the right ones was to strengthen the organization. Neon, Koi, and Firewalk were home to many talented individuals, and we will work to find placement for some of those impacted by within our global community studios where possible. He also concluded, I am a big believer in the benefits of embracing creative experimentation and developing new IP. However, growing through the sustainable financials, especially in a challenged economic environment, is critical. Maybe a year or so ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you can give someone who makes a product that is not aligned with the wants of your customer base. You can no longer do that. People do not have extra money. So that's probably why so many people are on Game Pass, because it's an option to try out. Is made. So if you're gonna put your game on that, it'll be lost within the minutia of games on there. But you can experiment and not risk the amount of money that you are spending for this game. You cannot do that when you expect people to give you money. And even this was only $40, but it kind of played, I guess, like a free-to-play game, and that's what Fortnite is a free-to-play game. So you cannot expect people to give you $40 for what's essentially a free-to-play game, and that's what they're expecting. So, all right. While today is a difficult day, there's much to look forward to in the months ahead from the studio business group and our teams. I remain confident that we are building a resilient and capable organization driven by creating unforgettable entertainment experiences for our players, he finished. The closure of Firewalk Studios comes after Concord Games director Ryan Ellis announced the game was going to be taken offline less than 2 weeks after the game's release. 11 days, actually. Ellis wrote at this time, we have decided to take the game offline beginning September 6th and explore options, including those that will better reach our players. Unless you did a complete and total redesign of this game, that was not going to happen. We also shared that the company will be offering full refunds while we are determining the best path ahead. Concord sales will cease immediately and will begin to offer a full refund for all gamers who have purchased the game on the PlayStation 5 or PC. If you purchase the game on PlayStation 5 from the PlayStation Store or PlayStation Direct, a refund will be issued back to your original payment method. Good thing too many people didn't buy it, so therefore you didn't have to refund too many people. Right. So they peaked at 697 people. There's like another game out like right now where it is okay. That's the end of that. There's another game out right now. It is essentially the same thing. You can no longer make these games. Stop listening to these people at your gaming studio telling you what people want. Actually look at what is selling, what is not selling, and try to get a general idea of what your customer wants. So that way you can experiment and you will stay within the ballpark of what people want, and you can try out new stuff, because then you can get a new IP. Used to happen all the time. But apparently the people who are working at these gaming companies don't know how to do that. So I don't know. Well, all the people who worked at Firewalk Studios, good luck. Hopefully you can find something, or they can find something for you. To everybody else, please give me a comment down below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And I am out. Later.